A newly released body cam video shows the moment Harris County deputies shot an injured woman who was who was mistaken for an intruder in her friend's apartment. It happened last weekend. Fox 26's Jade Fleury has details.
On Friday, we showed you footage from the downstairs neighbor's cell phone video. However, this new body camera footage shows a different perspective on what exactly happened during the shooting.
Sheriff's Office!
Body camera footage released Saturday shows Harris County deputies announcing their arrival at a tenant's apartment before shooting her guest multiple times. Over 30 shots were fired at the guest, who was thought to be an intruder in her friend's apartment. The tenant says they had to break in through the window because they lost their keys. The deputies saying they shot the guest because she came to the door holding a gun.
Ebony grabbed her gun and ran to the door. I didn't hear anything after that.
After the shooting, the tenant can be seen yelling to police that she lives in the unit.
I live here. This is my home.
When Ebony was shot, I was not going to come outside. It took a while to come out because, of course, I was scared. I was thinking I was going to die. I was going to be next. I was going to get shot up next. That's all I could think. I was thinking I wasn't going to see my son again.
The aftermath of the shooting leaving the apartment in shambles.
This is a child's room for a woman that never fired one shot at them. Not one shot. All this was necessary in her own apartment, not breaking any laws.
As of now, the Harris County Sheriff's Office says no criminal charges have been filed. The investigation is still ongoing by the Sheriff's Office Homicide Division and the Harris County District Attorney's Office. Reporting from Northeast Houston, Jade Fleury, Fox 26 News.
No living being should ever eat
Street, what we got going on here, man? People out here busting cap.
Well, you're going to have to explain that to me, boy. That's why.
Bruh.
What is
All right,
going on?
so let's talk about it. First of all, let me give the hellos, man. Let's kick this thing off right. How y'all doing today, man? This is Hayes Street. We still in Bourbon. We still in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, kicking it. Look like Mardi Gras dying down. Hell, it might be over. But on the streets of New Orleans, ain't no telling what we might catch live. That's a live feed right there. We got LMV, the producer, down there with the camera. So we might catch a good time, a marriage proposal, or maybe even a robbery. Who knows? But make sure you pay attention back there, too. We had a dude on his head for like 30 minutes yesterday, man. But real quick, man, shout out to everybody in the building. LMV, Louis, Don, on Hayes, on a D side of the street, man. You got Brandon Tooks, Baby Shaq, and everybody else, man. But let's get into this deal, man. So this video comes across this morning. Apparently, this happened last week in Houston. And I guess the young lady who lives at this apartment lost her keys or whatever the case may be. So she breaks in her own apartment. Maybe somebody calls the police saying, hey, you know what, man? Somebody breaking in the house. So they go there, they knock on the door. You can check it out on YouTube. Everybody doing reaction videos. They go knock on the door, sheriff's office, and they back up. It's two lady cops. And they back up to where you see them start shooting. They kind of looking through the window, and one of them just yelled gun, and boy, they bam, 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 bam. And the other one just started shooting, and they shot, like I said, over 30 times. They reloaded, shot again.
Why were they there?
Because they were called in for a burglary. And if you probably couldn't tell on that particular footage, but there was a screen leaning up against the railing, right? Like a window screen. And so they were responding to a burglary call. And what ended up happening, the owners of the apartment or the people who rent the apartment where they live broke into their own home because they lost their keys. So they broke into their own home. And when they knocked on the door, again, you say sheriff's office, that don't mean you necessarily hear what people say. So you hear this bam, bam, bam on the door, and I don't know what time of night that was. I don't know if it was early in the morning, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. I don't know what time of day it was. So the young lady who lives in the apartment goes to the door with a gun where they're looking through the window and they see a gun in her hand and they just unload on her.
What?
Yeah. And then they, drop mags, put new ones in and win again.
So they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Why did the lady come to the door with a gun? And why were they there?
So she came to the door probably because she heard the bang on the door, like the boom, boom, boom. And they did say boom, 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 sheriff's office. But like
And
even right now,
why was the sheriff's office there?
somebody, they live in an apartment complex.
Uh-huh.
So apparently somebody called in a burglary call at this apartment because I guess it was a burglar. Like they thought it was a burglar, but these people had ended up breaking into their own home because they lost their keys. So they went through the window because they lost their keys to their house. That's why the police were called. So she comes to the door. She comes to the door with her gun, but they could see through the window, and all they yelled was "gun!" And police and the two female cops they let that thing ride. And I only have one. I have two questions because I work. You know, I talk with a police officer I work with.
I was an officer. I went through training. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
I have two issues with what police did. One, they saw a gun and they just opened fire, right? Doesn't mean the gun was pointed at them. They just saw a gun and they just started shooting. I can understand the heightened sense of you're on a burglary call, so you're thinking it's the burglar. You're not knowing that that's the owner, but you're thinking that's the burglar. I understand that piece. And I've never been through training, so that's why I asked the guy. Police officers are taught to shoot and move, right? Meaning when you shoot, you're moving, trying to get offline of where people think you are. Because you can still shoot somebody, and I know you shot from there. I still can get one off, so you're taught to kind of move out the way. You know what I mean? Like move your angle, so you're not always in the same place. This was Texas, Chuck, Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Our problem is they're standing, and they call it a death funnel, if I'm not mistaken. Where if you notice police, they knock on the door and they never stand at the door. They knock on the door and they move back. And that's what the ladies did. Knocked on the door and they moved back to the stairs because this was an upstairs apartment. But once they start shooting, they never moved down the stairs to get cover. They dropped mags at the same time, stood right there, put more mags, put another mag in and start to shoot again. Well, my problem with the whole quote unquote training is, what if somebody else is in there that's not shot, comes through that window, and you are standing in the same place where you began shooting? And because you stood there, you now get more rounds off.
Okay, so if what you're saying is that, let's say everything you're saying is true, right? Because a lot of these reports be fucked up coming through the news. You know what I'm saying? If what you're saying is true.
Yeah. I'm looking at the video. I'm doing this based off the video. Okay, go ahead.
No. The reason that they're there, you're saying is true. They think somebody done broke in a house, right? They saw somebody through the window with a gun, right? All she had to, if you could pull that video back, all she had to do was step back behind that wall and say, "Hey, this is police. Can you please step out with your hands up?" But I'm gonna tell you what happens, bruh. Okay, quick story. I was in Tallahassee, got pulled over, right? Regular pull, Tallahassee, there for a football tournament, got pulled over. Look outside in my mirror to see who's the police that's coming. So if I look in my mirror and I can see her, she's getting out her car, she can see me, right?
That's right.
She looked just like them. Brunette, white girl. She saw my face in the mirror, Hayes, and she instantly got afraid. And it scared the shit out of me, Hayes. Because I was like, whoa. She instantly got afraid, and it scared me because I'm like, she's scared. And it's a traffic stop. Bro, she walks up to the car. She's afraid. She done called for backup. And then a black girl came. And this is what the black girl said. "Oh, well, you better be okay now. I'm a rookie. She kind of knew now. You make a wrong move, she's going to shoot you."
Damn.
Bro, I saw all of that through the mirror. I saw that she was new. She's afraid, big black guy, young white girl, new to the force. In war, dog. These people are becoming police officers, and the training is not enough. And they're being sent out because here's the elephant in the room about being an officer. You don't do anything. 80% of your time, you're doing nothing until something happens.
It's hurry up and wait job. Got to hurry up and wait. Mm-hmm.
I used to date an officer for City of Miami, and she would sit on the phone with me behind a store all day long, and it prompted me to become an officer because I saw the other side of it, and she wasn't doing a thing. When it's time to do something, some of them are just people who apply for a job so they can pay their rent. They're not necessarily there for the fight. They're not built for the stress. Police officers used to always tell us, I don't see how y'all work in this jail environment without a gun. How y'all deal with these dudes without a gun? We use our mouth because they don't have guns either. The gun makes it easy. The gun shortens the you know what I'm saying? The gun makes it easier to end an altercation. But without a gun, you have to be able to talk to people. And then you realize that, hey, man, sometimes he just got to calm down and then you can communicate with him. But, dog, I don't see, I say all that to say, them people are arriving to these calls afraid. Yeah. They're scared. And the motto is safety first. I got to get home to my family. That's the motto as an officer, dog. I'm going to tell you, I need to get home to my family first because there are people out there that do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But I got to get home to my family. That's the motto.
I know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And there's a couple things in that training, right? One in which the way one of the officers holding the gun, I'll show you like this. She's got it like this, but she's got her thumb up here. Oh, my bad. In the camera. She's got her thumb locked up here. And that's what they call slide bite, where the slide comes back and get that knuckle or that thumb. I want to see if I can pull up a full video of it. That's the news clip, so you know they chop it up because it's quick. But it's a couple of things when you talk about training and you talk about all these different things, and you say to yourself, one thing about that type of training, no simulation can get you truly prepared for the real thing. You understand what I'm saying? And there's nowhere in the world they can train you like they train Navy SEALs, where they do it over and over and over and over and over. Like their job every day, instead of sitting behind that store, they're training all day for this one instance. Well, police you can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And so when it gets real, that's what gets funny about it. And that's what gets weird about it. I'm trying to see if I can pull up this video part. Oh, here it is. I have it here. And it's crazy that their first instinct, and I know you saw a gun, was the gun being pointed at you. You're at the top of a staircase. You can retreat down that staircase with your gun trained. But their first thing was gun, and let that thing ride, man. And that's the part that's just like, and like you say, it's kids in that room, over 30 shots. You reload your magazine standing in the same exact spot. And I don't know if any cops on the chat, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Never been a police officer, don't want to be one. Thank you for your service. But at the same time, there is some accountability that has to be had too. In some of these cases, but bro, I don't know, bro. That's tough. And then the lady ended up getting shot. Luckily, she survived. And the only thing right now, they're on administrative leave with pay. And maybe that's the protocol. I don't know. You know, maybe that's the protocol.
It is. Dog, that's too much. But so let me be devil's advocate and give you the other side from the officer side. we don't know what neighborhood that is.
Okay.
Right? We don't know how many times
That's
they've
fair.
been shot at that apartment complex. We don't know if they compadre Officer Brown them just got shot up in the car just sitting at Dunkin' Donuts. See, all of that stuff we don't know. Like sometimes officers are asked to do a superhero job and they're human. So we don't know what's going on there because that's a quick shot. That's a quick, and that's a lot of rounds, dog. Like you're not shooting for your life. Nobody shot at you. Like that is a quick trigger, dog.
I'm trying to see if I can find the clip where it's not interrupted by, news commentary and stuff. I saw it was on Twitter. But anyhow, and we're talking split decisions here, dog. We're not talking we're not talking, oh, let me see what you have in your hand. I understand that. Oh, golly, you had a way out. You weren't trapped down. You went down the stairs. It just is crazy, bro. Like say, luckily that young lady didn't lose her life, and you getting shot up in your house. Like that's the part that's amazing to me. You got kids in the house, all that other stuff, man.
That's
I don't know. I'll see if I can find it. And like I said, shout out to all the officers out there. You have probably the most difficult job because you don't know if the blue hair grandmama got fire on her. You know what I'm saying? She ready to go. You don't know if you pull over a car and this guy just escaped. I remember going down to see a friend of mine who was a police officer at North Miami. And that was the day they had the funeral. And I don't know if you guys remember this. This probably was 10, 15 years ago at this point. And a state trooper pulls over a car on the side of the road. Okay. They got some people in the back of the car. They're on the phone. Right. The dude in the back got warrants. Another state trooper pulls up and he's talking to the other state trooper through the car window while they run in the information. Another car pulls up behind him with the AK and killed both of them. Bum, 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 bum. Just let it ride.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know who you're pulling over in that car. You don't have any intel. And when the saddest thing when I walked in the office to go talk to my buddy, all the officers were around watching his funeral procession on TV. They had it up, and his daughter, and I know I'm going to mess this code up, but she's probably 6 maybe. And she said, "Daddy, my daddy is now 10-6 or whatever the code is for like end of watch." Bro, I got chill bumps thinking about that, bro. Like that's sad on that side of it, right?
It is.
You know what I mean? That's super sad. Like this little girl wasn't nothing crazy, just a traffic stop. Like you said, you scared because she's scared.
Right.
But she don't know you. You don't know her. And I tell people all the time, here's the craziest thing about this whole thing about police, and we can definitely push on. The 99% of good people are scared of the 1% of bad police. And the 99% of good cops are scared of the 1% of bad people. The problem is you don't know who that 1% is.
Yeah.
And the 1% is way more deadly than the 99%. And that's the sad part, bro. That's the sad part about it, man. But you guys can go definitely check it out on YouTube. It's all over YouTube. Everybody's talking about it. It happened last week, but I guess the body cam footage has now come out, so it's a clear view. The other was like a cell phone camera from somebody downstairs or whatever the case may be, but you could definitely check it out.
I saw it yesterday and didn't know. I didn't know what to do. I saw it yesterday and didn't know what it was. Like I didn't understand it though. I actually saw it yesterday.
And the thing is, they're shooting blind. You're shooting blind. Okay, you saw her through the window. As you're shooting, she's not standing there just taking bullets. She has now disappeared. So now, as you're shooting, you should be assessing the situation, not till your gun goes click, 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 which Glocks don't do that because it's striker fire. But You understand what I'm saying? You don't just not stop shooting because you're out of bullets. But anyway, and I don't want to sound like I'm down it because police do have the hardest job in the world, man. But my goodness, it's got to be some kind of like you're a real person stress test or something. You know what I mean? But to your point, some people doing it just to pay the bills, man. And they come out here with these incentives. Hey, such and such police department, $20,000 signing bonus. Come on down.
Yeah.
Damn, I need 20 grand, you know? But it's sad, man.
Right.
But anyhow,
Very sad.
let's get into the topic of the day, bro. We 20 minutes into this deal. Welcome everybody to Hayes Street. I am Coach Hayes. That's my dog down there, D Streeter. What's on your mind today, baby?
D Street. Oh man, listen, man, we're going to talk about this old EA Sports game, which everybody was talking about today. All the colleges posted on their Instagram, on their social media, the EA Sports little we in the game, and it was flipping, showing all the colleges logos and stuff. I'll throw that up here in a minute. NCAA is about to come back out with this NCAA football. I think it's the first time since 2013. They've been starving everybody, you know what I'm saying? And now they're going to pay the players, which in all, I think is like $6 million payout to the players, but it equals like $600 per player, and they get a free video game. Now, the other side of this is the licensing that goes to the colleges, because they have to use the college stadiums, the college logos. And so the college is like, hey, listen, 2012, the licensing for Louisville for NCAA football received $85,000 for licensing. And for basketball, they received $26,000. That's like $100,000 they received in 2013, Hayes. So I try to explain it to people like this. They're like, well, how much y'all think the kids should get? $6 million, that's a lot of money. Okay, fine. EA Sports brings in $1 billion, maybe a few billion a year, something crazy like that. The video game industry is bigger than the music industry.
Yes, sir. You ain't lied about that.
Right. So what should the kids actually get paid? Listen, I'm gonna explain it to you like this. They're using their name, image, and likeness, right? So I say it's no different than somebody saying, hey, Coach Hayes, we're gonna use your name, image, and we're gonna use you in a cartoon. We're gonna use you in a cartoon, make a cartoon after you. How much do you think you would get paid for that? It's your name, image, and likeness. Now, I don't know if they add an extra value on for these kids, if they're putting their Instagram handle, their Twitter handles in their bios or on their stat sheet. I don't know if they're giving these kids extra value that'll help them out. But if somebody comes to you and say, hey, Baby Shaq, LMV, we want to make a game out of you. We want to make a cartoon out of you. We want to make anything out of you, and we want to use you, your name, image, and likeness. What do you think you would get paid for that?
You're right. And that, it's almost like these brand deals. We always talk about trying to get brand deals on this channel. What do you charge people? What is the matrix? What is the criteria? And YouTube is still relatively new. And is there really a formula for it, right? So we always hear like Super Bowl, they charge, now it's $7 million for an ad. Well, because they've created that deal. You're right. That is the $1 million question. The $1 million question is, how much is your name, image, and likeness worth? I have a potential solution. I may be wrong, but I still think it creates a problem. But I have a potential solution because this is so hard. Should I give it now?
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Shout out to Reggie for the $2. EA will give players 2 acres and a dead mule. Shake my damn head. All right. I can contribute this to the likes of streaming because, like you said, you don't even have to buy the video game anymore, right? Everything is done through streaming, right? Downloading and so forth. So there's a way to track certain things, just like music artists, Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video. they get paid based on the amount of streams. That's how, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's here's an out the box thought. You could have paid everybody that's in that game, let's say, give them a free video game. I think minimum you could do is give them a free video game. And then second is, let's just stick with the $600. Everybody got that base pay. However, you can use streams on maybe by the teams. If Alabama is used in this many times being played over whatever, Miami's being used, Ohio State, Colorado, Michigan. Because truth be told, how many people are really playing with FIU? So is it fair to pay the player from FIU the same that you would pay Shedeur Sanders, for example? I don't think so. I don't think that's fair. So now you pay them based on the streams. If I'm using the right word, I may be using the wrong terminology, but y'all get the gist of where I'm coming from. Meaning, if your team is being used, for every 1,000 times your team has been used or for whatever, blah, 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 that adds to that 600 and they pay out. I don't know. I'm just brought that up. Now, the only problem is, does that increase maybe guys want to come to your school because they saw that Georgia was used more than any other team in NCAA. Therefore, those players got more pool of money. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw out potential solutions here. What's your thoughts on that? Am I nuts or what?
No, it's not fair. It's definitely not fair because, I know the guy that's on the front has to get more money than everybody else. He has to get more money than everybody else, right?
He gets 2 video games and a console.
But Hayes, life isn't fair. It goes all the concept of college football. Coaches can't buy kids a pizza, can't give kids a ride home. It's never been fair. It's always about what you fight about. So Ed O'Bannon, back in 2000 and whatever, went and fought for the rights. Went and fought for this. Hey man, how y'all using my name, image, and likeness and not paying us? And he went all the way up to Supreme Court with the guy that played in the Nike, who the Nike movie was about. Yeah, he the one took Ed O'Bannon, and he the one fought with Ed O'Bannon to get the kids paid. The guy who the Nike movie was about.
The Nike movie. Oh, the main character. Yeah. I don't forget his name. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
The Air. Yeah, the Nike movie Air. The Air. Somebody will say it.
Yeah.
Acario. Rick Acario. He started all of the basketball ABCD camps and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
So he fought for it. So what they did was just took it away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And literally like kind of starved people for it until it was time for people to say, man, just bring it back. Just bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny Vaccaro, yeah. So when people said, so he already went to Supreme Court to fight for it, and the judge literally said to EA Sports and the NCAA, if y'all can go read it, like literally in so many words, I dare you. Like, who do you guys think you are? like right. using people's name, image, and likeness, making money off of them, not paying them.
Right.
Like that's what the judge said to them at the end of the day.
Right.
And now they back at it with the six.
So I'll say this. I'm doing some simple math here. 130 teams, Division I programs, just a round number. We know there's 100 players on the team. I know it's 85 scholars, but 100 players on the team, just for math.
$6 million.
Right. So it's $6 million. Some people are saying 1,000.
Yeah, I've seen that number so many times.
Yeah, but some people are saying 1,500, 1,000. Well, 1,000, right? Times 130. Hold up. 100 times 130 schools. Right?
Right.
What does that get? So what does that get you? So if you have 100 players on 130 schools, how many players is that, Street? Times 130 schools.
Players. Uh-huh.
right? So you have it's 130 schools times 100 players. That's 13,000 times $1,000 each. That's 13 million. I don't know how much that particular game makes, but again, you paying every kid $1,000. I don't think is fair because, like you said, who's playing with Wyoming? Who's playing with, you know what I'm saying? Who's playing with Vanderbilt? And it's all relative. Because name me a Vanderbilt player that's getting this super NIL deal.
Right.
Name me a kid from these schools from FAU, and it's not to knock them. We're just talking about the market share. So I say all that to say, I know they have a way of tracking it, dog, because these kids are playing and streaming it. They know how many hours people are playing. They know how many it is. So for every game played, we're in the same model right now. We're getting paid based on the amount of views. So the same thing, get paid on the amount of usage. Now, that goes towards that school. So every player that's on that roster, you understand what I'm saying? They split that thing evenly. I think that's fair because you're on the same team. But I can't, if I'm at Georgia and I'm making the same money as the dude at FIU based on this game, I don't think that's fair. That's just where I am.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying you can't pay them $1,000 each. I'm not, hell, I don't care if they pay them $5,000 each. All I'm saying is that I don't think every player should receive the same amount of whatever that number comes out to be. I don't think player A should get the same as player B. If player B is a Heisman Trophy, everybody wants to play with those teams and this, that, and the third. That's just how I look at it. That's how people get paid today anyway. Streams.
The Madden game grosses $700 million annually.
Right, Madden. So what was the 2014 was the what game? What was the last one they made, right?
Yeah.
So if you think 2014, what did they make in the 2014 game? I mean, again, we're talking about 10 years ago, but still. How much is the game now? The game used to be like $45. Now what are they now? I don't know. And then, like you said, there's a licensing deal that they have to use per school. So now they're also paying out, you said $85,000. Are they paying every school $85,000? I don't know. And they still got overhead. They still have to, you're still paying. I'm not saying they don't have the money, but when we think about it, we can't just think about what they make versus what the players make. They still got to pay the engineers. They got to pay this. They got to pay. What I mean? It's a lot that goes into that. Right. All the overhead, that goes into each game. So there's $70 now. Thanks, Chris King. So the games are $70 now. And here's the funny thing: you don't even get a real game in your hand. You don't even have to blow on the cartridge like Nintendo. Like Zelda. Y'all remember playing that Go Zelda and Contra? But anyway,
when is the game set to come out?
I don't know. This is supposed to be the 25. Somebody said I heard the NFL Madden players get 20,000. Oh, I don't know, bro. They got everybody. The picture I got on my thumbnail, some dude. I think they're just picking players to put up there. I don't think they know who's going to be. July 12th, they say it's supposed to come out this summer. July 12th.
How much with NCAA 24? It's like $70. And
yeah, that's what somebody said.
And $100 for Ultimate Edition.
All right. So Big G says up here, Google said NCAA 14. Why don't you add the chat GPT, how much they sold? see what she come up with. But it said Google said NCAA 14 sold over 1 million copies.
Producing revenue. I've asked it like 3 times before.
I don't know. That's great. That's interesting though, man.
It says it sold over 1 million copies.
Right.
How much did it
So
revenue?
You know, so it probably made, if you sold 1 million copies at $50 a game at that time, we're talking about 2014, I'm saying 50 million, 60, 70 million. Right? You gotta remember, businesses are in business to make money.
Did you get Reggie Dono?
Yeah, the $2.
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
And shout out to Medi. I see Medi in here, man. Part of old villains. Medi said, service academies don't get paid, so they in there for free.
Service academies don't get paid for this
I guess
game.
he's in the Air Force, the Army.
Okay, I got you. Don't get paid for this game, so they're in it for free. Huh?
So another question I was thinking, they were saying that what if Cam Ward say, nah, I don't want to be in it and don't opt in? Do they Cam Ward or Carson Beck, somebody that it will matter? You know what I'm saying? Do they negotiate with Cam Ward and Carson Beck? Because sometimes that's what you have to do in business in order to get anything. Or do they just say, okay, Ja'Cory Brown is the starter for Miami? Because they can't still just put number 2 out there, make them black, make them look like Cam Ward and say that's Cam Ward. They can't do that anymore, right? That's what they did the first time.
Because that's your likeness, right? It's not your name. Right. It's not your image. But everybody knows that number 1 for Miami this year is going to be Cam Ward. Whether you put Johnson on the back of the jersey or not, number 2 for Colorado is Shedeur Sanders. Whether you put Saunders on the back of the jersey or not, or whatever you want to put, everybody knows who that is. You're going to put that person's height. You're going to put their weight and all of that stuff. I don't know, dog. Again, this is a slippery slope. And it's one of those things that as a business, we're just going to lay this out here. Y'all want the game? Well, guess what? It's like the NCAA and the NIL. Y'all want the players to get paid? Well, here, take it and run with it. Now, y'all want the game so bad, I'm giving them $600. Now what? Or don't have the game.
That's what happened,
because EA Sports still gonna make money whether this game is played or not, like whether they make this game or not. So, and then you say opt in. So, like you said, what if you don't opt in? Because guess what people gonna still say? Man, Cam Ward trash over here, man. On the game, they got Cam Ward looking trash. And Cam Ward on the game like that ain't me. I ain't opting into that. I don't know who that dude is with Johnson on the back of his jersey.
Yeah, the transfer portal is going to be part of EA. Shout out. We be doing this 199. Shout out to we be doing this 199. Will the game have the transfer portal? Yeah, the transfer portal will be a part of it.
I think they will update it, right? Isn't that how they do the NFL? In the NBA games, don't they give the updated rosters like when they do trades and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this game is literally going to be better because it's going to be like Madden, right? Like I think the NFL players get residuals.
Well, I did read this. They said it's not going to be like the Madden game so far, maybe the game play. But the thing I guess that's funny about this whole deal, though, Street, is like I guess you just take it or leave it. Now, here's the best part I'll say. As the seasons go on, right, and players emerge like you couldn't do before, you can upgrade their attributes.
Right.
You can upgrade their awareness, like a quarterback, right? Perfect example, right? Michael Penix. I'm just pulling out numbers. Y'all don't kill me for all my video thumbs out there. Michael Penix was a 91 in accuracy or whatever. Well, look how he's playing. Now by week 3, he's up to 94. Week 6, 97. Week 9, maybe they can do it like that. And again, the better you play, the more people will start to stream and play with you, the more you generate. That's just how I'm looking at that, right? Because nobody starts off playing with Washington. I'm just saying in general at the beginning during this summer, nobody's playing with Washington when this game come out.
Ray, go and read that dono, man. You got an idea.
Reggie again for the 10 stacks.
Shout out to Reggie, man. Throwing money like it's Friday.
Scale it like this: starters 1,500, second string 1,000, third string and below 500, and then tier amount doubles for the teams that make the college football playoffs. NC team, what's NC teams? What is NC? What are you saying? NC team gets the cover of the following.
National champion.
National champion. I got you. National champion team gets the cover for the following season. I agree with all of that, except the national team. I say give him the Heisman. The dude that won the Heisman should be on there.
Yeah. Then I think that takes away from the marketing of it.
If you put just the team on there?
Well, the Heisman or the team, because part of the whole thing is, who gonna be on the front of it?
Yeah, that's true.
Part of the intrigue.
Right now, you had to put somebody, you were in charge, EA Sports, you were the cover marketing director for this game right now. Who's on your cover street?
So the game is going to be the 24 season. Is the season coming?
Yeah, I believe they call it 25, but it's really the 24 season because it's coming out this summer. And they don't know who's going to be on the roster.
It's got to be Shador doing all the marketing. He running all the. It got to be Shador, dog. He killing it in marketing. He helps them.
I can't fight you on that, bro.
Yeah. Hey, what LV? You
Travis Hunter.
You want to fight me or Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter. I'll go with Travis Hunter. Shout out to Brandon Tooks. I'll go with Travis Hunter. You go with Shador. I get it. Oh, yeah. Coach Coop. We got Coach Coop in here, and he's a game guy. I'm going to put his up right quick. Reggie, I'm going to put you back up. But Coach Coop is a game guy. Given that it's a game in virtual likeness, I'm all for players getting paid the same. It will disappear again and go generic if money gets too complicated, as most players if they are fine with it. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I think most players don't care, bro. I think we're more pissed than the players.
I think that's the problem, Hayes. Let me break down the problem to you. The problem is that the players don't care.
They don't.
And I'm gonna compare it to a fight between parents fighting in family court, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're like, nah, man, let her have that. Let her have that. I'm good with that. And then your lawyer look at you, who's not emotionally attached, and be like, no, we ain't letting her have nothing, X, Y, and Z. And then you end up in court, and your lawyer is saying something that you would probably emotionally not say, right? But in a court of battle, in a fight, it's all gloves off to the lawyer. Right. So the players don't care. The players like, nah, man, I just want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Give me some extra, you know what I'm saying? Make me cooler. But then they have representation. Their representation to be like, man, shut up. There's a bag in here somewhere, and we gonna find it.
Because he'll call her an unfit mother. Right. You're just trying to get a divorce.
Exactly.
He up there talking about, you know what? She's an unfit mother. She be out in the clubs late at night. She was at Club Iguanas dancing on the stage. And you like, hey, dog, I said that in confidence. I didn't know you was going to use it, bro. And because you still have, like you said, an emotional attachment. That's a great analogy.
Right.
Versus, you just want to get this over with. That dude, like, look, my job is to get you the best and the most of what you came in here for. So,
and that's what it is. So, and that's the difference between the colleges fighting for licensing. They got lawyers that's gonna talk that talk, and you got players who they saying, "Hey, man, you want this $600 in this game for free or what?" And the players like, "Man, I'm from Overtown. Hell yeah, I want to be in the game. Just send me the game. Give me $600."
True indeed, bro. True indeed. But let's get back on this block right quick. Let's see who out here on the block. Oh, she back on the block, baby. There we go. Old girl
Nah.
back on the block street. Down there on the corner.
Or the Voodoo
On the
Queen.
The Voodoo Queen.
I want
Anyway.
people to understand this is Bourbon. This is New Orleans. Like everybody who wants to fly to New Orleans for $35 and some free peanuts. No, New Orleans is pissy over town. Like this is Bourbon Street that everybody talks about. It's like if a carnival was a street. I'm talking about like a state carnival somewhere in Castle Hayne, North Carolina. Like a fair.
Well, you going hard. Hey, I hope it ain't no New Orleans people up in here, baby.
Well, they know the street.
I ain't gonna lie, it is. I went out there, boy, especially in the summer. It's hot. But I will say this: New Orleans they do the street sweepers, the water every night. And they wash it down, they got to disinfect it. But by nighttime, yowza. Yowza. All right, man. I gotta put LMV up here. I don't see how. I don't see how these two end up together. I don't even know.
What two?
This dude right here, man. How did we end up together, bro? How did I end up meeting you, man? Oh, Twan thought
you had some talent. He was like, man, you need to meet Coach Hayes, man. I think y'all trying to yada, yada, yada. Y'all doing the same thing.
Hey, Street called me on the phone. He talking about, yeah, what's up, bro? So what set you clean? So what you running? 1080 Pi? What you running, dog? You running 4K, cuz. I'm like, dang, dog. He tried to see. So what kind of camera you got? You got a Sony or you got a Canon, dog? He was trying to check me, dog.
I've been that dude, big brother, ever since, man. He just don't know it, man. Single kid, he snobbish.
Man, I'm old, and I'm older, dog. Now you older than me, ain't you, Street?
Shit, I don't know. What year you came out of high school?
95.
Oh, me too. What school?
Oh, American Senior High School, baby. It's only two kind of people.
Light skinned soft dudes, man. I think that's a Spanish school now.
Carroll City about to be a Spanish school, man. Ain't that crazy? I was riding down 183rd Street, boy, and that school let out, and I say, my Lord. Well, hold on, Street, man. What month were you born in? I'll tell you who older.
November.
I'm older. Born in May. May.
You was born in May?
Yeah.
Everybody right. Older than me, though, dog.
Yeah. You one of them late baby. You a Valentine's baby.
Yeah, everybody. I was always the youngest person in everything. So listen, I don't see how. Now that we're talking about New Orleans, it made me think about something.
Okay.
How you make the screen bigger? You control and you scroll, right?
Control and scroll. Hold on, real quick before you do that.
In New Orleans,
blood clot.
They have a day where they call it the red dress run, and they run it for a purpose. But men come out there in red dresses and run. Now that I'm thinking about New Orleans, I don't see how.
Jonas?
Now, I saw men that were straight men, right? That was out there in dress. New Orleans adopted a tradition which has become a staple in the community and started as a fundraiser in local charities and nonprofit organizations in the area. The purpose of wearing a red dress is to show fun way to symbolize the unity within the communities that raise money for charity. I don't know what the fuck that meant. They just talked in a circle. Like, what? Adopted the tradition. But literally, and I'm talking about hundreds of men, some of them were straight, out there. It's called a red dress run, a red dress walk.
Okay.
Hayes.
I have no answer.
See the purpose. If your wife wanted you to go out there.
Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't
win.
For
the charity of Armstrong Park in New Orleans is the center of the red dress run this year. All participants. I can't remember what's the purpose of it. But you wouldn't do it for your wife?
No, I just cut the same check that I would do without running. I just cut her a check. If she feels that strong about it, she go out there with the red dress and run around. and I cut the check. What is it? 5 grand, 8 grand, 10, whatever we're donating. I don't need to run an address to donate money to this. Because guess what I'm gonna tell my lawyer? I want you to go after her neck. We get divorced because she wanted me to run around in the red dress. Go for it, y'all. Go for it, lawyer.
I see Took say, man, them Joes ain't straight. Listen, Took, I saw men that was out there with dress on and maybe some pants over it. They was just out there for the purpose. You could tell that they was straight. But I'm trying to understand, like, if it's a conflict of why do it? Like, like, now, what if it's for cancer and your wife's mom died of cancer and it's something they always did and she wanted you to be a part of it?
I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, baby. You know what? I loved your mom and I understand the fight and how much you need. I'll cut you the check. CTC, cut the check. But I'm not running around. This man got on what is that, velvet? This man got on a crushed velvet. Velvet. No, dog.
Look.
Now, hold up. Go back. I saw a dude out there with a red t-shirt and some red shorts.
I saw a lot of creative stuff. I did. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you could tell. That's how you could tell that they were straight.
Right there. Stop. See the guy with the white cup in his hand? No,
yeah.
One more over to your right.
He got on pants, though. But he got on pants. I don't care. Look to the right. Street, stop playing. One more cup to the right. That guy. Right, he got on a red t-shirt and some shorts with some red socks. I'll baby, let's go run for your mom. Let's go get it. But I'm not looking next to him, man. He got on long pants and a kung fu. He got a outfit on, you ask me.
He got a choir robe on with no sleeves. That's what it looked like.
See, they look like boogers.
Man, get them off the screen. Yeah, man. Nah, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. This is a family show. Oh, Lord, my eyeballs.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying. So I don't see how they jump out there like that. But I was just saying, Hayes, would you, is there any reason to get you out there?
Yeah, but I wouldn't wear the dress. I'd be like my man with the red t-shirt and the short. I'm not doing it. Because to me, it doesn't, it's not a purpose.
It's meaningless. Right.
Meaningless. It is truly meaningless, dog. Like, no.
And you don't, the crazy part is like, you could just be a part of the, you don't have to have on a dress. Like, you can just be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't gonna kick you out like, hey, dress police.
I mean, I wouldn't go out there unless,
dress on. Get him out of here.
I mean, I wouldn't go out there unless you saying to me that, you know, I'm kind of being, you know, the wife and that's something they used to do. And now I got to, okay. But for me just to go out there to be like, hey, I'm going out there. No, that's not my interest.
Look at Rocky. Rocky done did it before or something. Coach, man, that thing is huge. Everybody runs that coach.
he from Louisiana too.
He's talking about women love something. The women love it.
I don't care, dog.
Put on a dress to get some if I gotta put on a dress to get some hoo-ha, if I gotta put on a dress to get some boinky boink, and I've been doing it for 45 years without putting on a dress, I'm passing on that boinky boink. Hey,
first of all, I got a dress on. So how that's gonna look? What, I gotta hike my dress up to get some? Ooh, Lord. I mean, what are we talking about?
It make easy access.
Nah, some go up, some go down. Mine go down, my pants go down. But anyway, shout out to RF Nat Boy for the $5 super sticker, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, man, for that super sticker up there. Appreciate it. We got the voodoo dolls down here at the bottom. They got a hand grenade in there and 2 candles. They about to make it happen. But oh Lord, my man Rocky, he from Louisiana. He said, I know all about the run, coach. The question is, did you run, Rocky? Did you?
Yep.
And second of all, Streeter, you ain't answer the question. Your lady say, baby, we going to New Orleans. I need you to wear this red dress because, you know, I really care about this cause and it means so much to me. And you're my soulmate. And I want to make sure we dress alike. Like when we go to the Dade County Youth Fair, we got to be dressed alike. Are you going, Streeter?
My first answer is no. But if it really means something to her, like you said,
Oh.
I'll figure out a way to get out there with some shorts.
No, you got to wear the
And-
dress. You got to wear the dress.
Nah, I'm not wearing a dress. I don't see the purpose.
You got to wear a red crushed velvet dress at that. What is that? Velvet? That's nice.
Yeah, I don't. It don't make sense to me. I don't see the purpose.
Oh Lord, this man said I've done it. I have done it. No,
He
but I know
talking about,
tons of my friends that have. Yeah, okay. Hey, Rocky, boy, you done gave V12 some ammunition. You out here with a doggone lady in red. Lady in red. Oh Lord, Rocky. Oh, Rocky. All right, let me go to mine. Here's my I don't see how. I don't see how. Mine is kind of boring compared to yours, but I don't see how these top athletes are not following the Country Wayne blueprint, which I've been talking about for some time. I don't see how these top athletes are not driving their social media presence home. I don't see how you don't have, like, the subscribers you have is because you have it, not because you work to get it. And I want to make sure I clarify what I'm saying. Meaning, you have subscribers because of what you've done maybe on the football field, and that many people. I brought up Jeremiah Smith before. I hate to bring him up, but he was the number one player. So Jeremiah Smith, if you ever listen to this, no hate at all, baby, all love. But because you're the number one player, we're going to use you as an example. Jeremiah Smith has like 130-something thousand subscribers on Instagram. But he has like 7 pictures, 7 things on his Instagram. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Where as I look at that, I say he has 130-something because he's the number one player. Congratulations to him. That's great. But if he drives that, interacts with the people, do the things that you're supposed to do to cultivate these relationships, he should have 400, 500,000 going into college. And I always go back to these twins from Miami. I always call them the Cadaver twins, but it's like Cavender. Nobody know about them from I didn't know nothing about them from basketball, but they got a total of 5 million subscribers through all their platforms. They parlayed that, some pretty girls. They parlayed that. They wear a little bathing suit, so every dude gonna be like, I want to follow her. Their apartment, peep this, their apartment at Miami, I saw this, was furnished by a furniture company for free. And the one, shout out to Baby Shaq, the one guy that I truly see doing it himself, and I'm not going to go into the Sanders part because they got their brother doing it, but I do like what Travis Hunter is doing. Travis Hunter is engaging. And I'm not saying that Deion is not a part of that, but what I'm saying is he's engaging. He's playing the social media game. Like I just saw a post he did the other day. If I had to make the perfect receiver, who would I take? Oh, I'll take this guy's hands. I'll take this person's feet. I'll take this person's speed. You know what I mean? Is it Tyreek Hill speed? I'll have this person. That's social media. But what he's building is leverage. And that's what people are missing, Street. These kids, and I don't see how they get so many examples of this, and they're not using their leverage. And we constantly see over and over and over and over and over again more examples.
Right. They don't get it. I mean, they don't get it. And once again, you got to think when you were 17 and 18, what you thought was cool. You know what I'm saying? It's and literally, dog, it's worse than you think it is because Instagram can see their interaction. Instagram can see the traffic that's coming to them. And Instagram will reach out to them and be like, hey, you should post more. We will pay you. And it's like a cool thing. It's more so, yeah, bro. It's like they got their own set of rules. Think about when you was a kid, like what you thought. Well, Mama, don't do that. Don't do that. Everything your parents did was embarrassing, and the college kids are worse. The college kids don't act like they're nobody until they get on the field. You notice they don't start posting until they start having success on the field. Pancake had an awesome marketing. I think college football jumped on Pancake, and he realized he had some learning to do, and he disappeared off of social media.
Disappeared, dog, and just disappeared. Disappeared. You're right. He was Pancake. He was always everywhere he went. It was pancakes and syrup and blah blah blah. And I brought that up because I finished watching a lot of the Shannon Sharp, Johnny Manziel, and he was talking about, because he asked me, he said, if you came along today, Johnny Manziel said, man, I'd have made 10 million. I'd have made 10 million on social media. He said, I would have made 5 million just on Instagram alone.
Yeah, because he understands it. There's two sides to it's entertainment. Once the kids understand that it's entertainment and it's not really a way of life like Nike sold us, it's two sides to the entertainment side, and you want to take as many people with you as you can on your way out, because it's not going to last long.
Yeah, I think I just have a hard time. It's the same thing when we had the show the other day about how you're the star player and you're out here with guns and weed and drugs in the car. You'll make that decision, but you won't make the decision to blow yourself up because you say, I want to be this, and that. And yes, you're right. A 17-year-old, don't get me wrong, I get it. I understand that. But I'm talking about the camp around them, the same people that's around them, the ones that want to make all these NIL deals and this stuff and that, and they literally they don't even need an NIL deal. They can create their own right here. You can create your own entity. And I guess I'm at the disbelief that they don't believe, and it's all right here in front of you. But to your point, Street, yeah, 17-year-olds, we did make some crap ball decisions, and I get it.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather said it. Floyd Mayweather said it on the pivot the other day.
Well, you got Floyd Mayweather that showed you the way. You have you got Oscar De La Hoya that's showed you the way. You got, I mean, there's so many guys that have parlay, you know. So anyway,
illegal shit and hate the legal shit.
That's a fact.
Damn. I will come and do your show every year.
One more time.
All the things you did, everybody wanted to see you lose.
It seemed like your people want to see you do good.
Marco, everybody wanted to, all the things you did.
Jerry Rice, hell of a.
All the things everybody wanted
to see the thing.
No, I like that part. I like everybody want to see you do what?
Everybody wanted to see you lose.
It seemed like your people want to see you do good. They only want to see you go so far. What hurts the worst really is that our people glorify illegal shit and hate the legal shit.
Hate it.
Fact.
Damn. I will come and do your show every year for free. Don't want nothing. Just to see my people win.
Yeah.
And everybody know most of the time when I do an interview, I get paid crazy money because I don't do interviews.
Right.
But to do something with my people, y'all couldn't pay me no money. I come here for free. That's how I am.
Yeah.
On that note, get on up.
He said something powerful. People love the illegal ish,
Yeah.
But hate the legal ear. Come on, dog. Street, with that being
Love
said,
the
man, hey, we appreciate it, man. We on the corner of Hayes Street. We in New Orleans. Maybe Friday we'll go somewhere else. It look like it's dying down a little bit. I think Rocky ran through the street right there with his red dress on and ran all of the good folks away. But with that being said, I'm just teasing Rocky, you know, as always, man. But with that being said, man, we here, like I said, on the corner of Hayes Street every day at 7-ish o'clock, Monday through Friday. And everybody that came through, I appreciate it, man. Street, anything you got to say before we get up out of here?
Get up out of here, man. 786-405-9499. Send me a text, man. If you want to be a villain or you want to get down with IOD squad. Bitcoin check. Bitcoin check.
54,000. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Bitcoin check. Bitcoin 51,400.
It went down. It went down $2,000. It was at 53, right?
It had touched 52. It touched 53. But that's how it moves up. It goes up and down on its way up. If it drops down to 45, then you got to be concerned.
All right.
But people put in money and people take out money. That's why it moves up and down.
I think it went down because I took my $12 out. And that whole thing. They saw Coach Hayes take $12. They saw me take $12. They were like, sell, sell, sell. He knows something. Anyway, man, we out here. Peace. See y'all in 23 hours right back here on the corner of Hayes Street. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hey, my dog finna go to the Goon Bay. Hey, hey, hey. Goon Bay. Goon Bay. Goon Bay.